This is third module of chapter 5. In this module, we shall discuss matrix factorization method to solve a system of linear equations. In matrix factorization method, a matrix is expressed as a product of two matrices, and hence the given system of equations are decomposed into two system of linear equations, and by solving these two system of linear equations, we obtain the solution of the original system of equations. There are a lot of decomposition method or matrix factorization methods are available in literature. Among them, the LU decomposition method is very useful and simple. So, we discuss here the LU decomposition method to solve a system of linear equations, and this is nothing but the matrix factorization method. Now, we consider LU decomposition method. Let the coefficient matrix A can be expressed as a product of two matrices, one is L and other is U, where L and U are called the lower and upper triangular matrices. Unfortunately, this factorization is not possible for all types of matrices. Such factorization is possible and it gives unique values or unique factorization if all the principal minors of A are non-singular. That is, A11 not equal to 0, this is the first principal minor of order 1. This is the second principal minor of order 2, this should be not equal to 0. The third principal minor, should be not equal to 0, and up to n by n order principal minor, that means the given matrix, the determinant of the given matrix, it is not equal to 0. So, if this condition are satisfied, that means all the principal minors are non-singular, then this factorization is possible and gives the unique factors for A. Since the matrices L and U are lower and upper triangular, so these matrices can be written in the following form. This is the lower triangular matrix. Note that the diagonal elements of the matrix are L11, L22, L33, Lnn, and the lower part are non-zero, but the upper parts, that means the all elements of the upper triangular part are 0, and this is the upper triangular matrix. All the elements of lower triangular part are 0. So, first one is called the lower triangular matrix and second one is called the upper triangular matrix. If the factorization is possible, then the equation Ax equal to b can be written in the following form: Lux equal to b, and let Lux equal to z, then the equation 3 reduces to Lz equal to b, where z is a vector, or we can say that this is a solution vector from the second equation, and that one is z1, z2 up to zn transpose. But this solution vector is unknown. Thus, the given system of equations is decomposed into two system of linear equation. The first one is Ux equal to z, the z is unknown quantity, and Lz equal to b, where z is the unknown vector. So, we can solve these two system of equations starting from the second equation, and finally we obtain the solution of the original system of equations. Now, the equation Lz equal to b in explicit form is shown in following equations. Note that the first equation contains only one variables z1, second equation contains two variables z1 and z2, and so on. The last equation contains the variables z1, z2 up to zn. So, from first equation we can find the value of z1 easily, and this system of equations can be solved by forward substitution. That is, the value of z1 is obtained from the first equation, and using this value, the value of z2 can be determined from the second equation, and so on. From last equation we can determine the values of zn, as in this case the values of all other variables, say z1, z2 up to zn minus 1 are available. So, by finding the vector solution vector z, we can solve the equation Ux equal to z. So, in this equation the right hand vector z is known at this moment. So in explicit form, the equation ux equal to z is shown in equation 5. Note that the first equation contains all the variables x1 to xn, second equation contains the variable x2 to xn, third equation contains the variable x3 to xn, and last equation contains only one variable, that one xn. So the last variable xn can be determined from the last equation. Using this value, one can determine the value of xn minus 1 from the last but one equation, and so on. Lastly, from first equation, we can derive the values of the variable x1, as in this stage all other variables are already known, and this process is called the backward substitution process. So an outline of the LU decomposition method is given, but the main drawback of this method, or the major part of this method, is to compute the matrices L and U. So the matrix equation A equal to LU gives n square equation containing Lij and Uij for I and j equal to 1 to n. But the number of elements of the matrices L and U are n into n plus 1 by 2 and n into n plus 1 by 2. That means the sum of this number of elements is equal to n square plus n. So n additional equations or conditions are required to find completely the matrices L and U. Such conditions are considered below. When Ui equal to 1 for all I, then the corresponding method is known as crowd decomposition method. When Lii equal to 1 for all I equal to 1 to n, then the method is known as Dolittle methods for decomposition. In particular, when Lii equal to Uii for all I, then the corresponding method is called Cholesky decomposition method, but this method is applicable if the coefficient matrix is symmetric and positive definite. Now we discuss the computation method of the matrices L and U. Here we assume that Uai equal to 1 for all I equal to 1 to n. So in this case, the L and U are already defined. So from these L and U, and from the equation LU equal to A, we have this following matrix equation. Left hand side gives the product of the matrices L and U, and right hand side gives the matrix A. Now we compare these two matrices to find the values of L and U. That means from first row and first column we have Li1 equal to Ai1 for all I equal to 1 to n, and from first column we have U1j equal to A1j by L11 for all j equal to 2 to n. Similarly, from second column and second row we get the following equations: Li2 equal to Ai2 minus Li1 U12 for all I equal to 2 to n, and from second column we have U2j equal to A2j minus L21 U1j whole divided by L22 for all j equal to 3 to n. So solving this equation, we obtain the second column of L and second row of U. In general, the elements of the matrix L and the elements of the matrix U are determined from the following equations. The equation 6 gives the all values of the matrix L, and equation 7 gives all the elements of the matrix U. Note that these two expressions are simple to program, and LU decomposition method can be easily programmed for computer users. Now we consider an example to illustrate the LU decomposition method. Here A is a 3 by 3 order matrix. Our problem is to express A as a product of lower and upper triangular matrices, and from this decomposition we have to solve the following system of equations containing 3 equations and 3 variables. Note that the coefficient matrix of this system of equation is the matrix A. Now let the matrix A equal to the lower triangular matrix L into upper triangular matrix U, and after multiplication of lower and upper triangular matrices we obtain a matrix which is a 3 by 3 order matrix, and comparing these two matrices, that means the matrix A and the right hand matrix, we obtain the following system of linear equations, and by solving this system of equations we obtain the values of all L's and all U's. That means L11 equal to 2, L21 equal to 1, L31 equal to 4, and so on. And finally we obtain the matrices L and U are given by this one: L equal to 2 0 0, second row is 1 7 by 2 0, third row is 4 5 1. Matrix U is 1 minus 3 by 2 half, second row is 0 1 minus 1, and third row is 0 0 1. The given system of equation can be written as a matrix notation Ax equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix, A is the solution vector, and B is the right hand vector. So let A equal to LU, where L is the lower triangular matrix and U is the upper triangular matrix. Then the given system of equation becomes LUX equal to B. Let UX equal to Z, then this system of equation becomes LZ equal to B. Now first we consider the equation Lz equal to B. The first matrix of the last line is the matrix L, the lower triangle matrix. The vector Z is Z1, Z2, Z3, and right hand vector B is 1, 4, and 8. In explicit form, these equations are this one. The first equation is 2Z1 equal to 1, contains only one variable Z1. Second equation contains two variables Z1 and Z2, and third equation contains three variables Z1, Z2, and Z3. Now applying the forward substitution method, we solve this system of equation and we obtain the solution as Z1 equal to half, Z2 equal to 1, and Z3 equal to 1. That means the solution vector Z is half 1 1 transpose. So using this vector Z vector, we can solve the equation Ux equal to Z. That is, the first matrix is the upper triangular matrix U, second is the column vector, the solution vector X, and right hand side represents the vector Z. And in explicit form, this system of equations can be written as x1 minus 3 by 2 x2 plus half x3 equal to half. Second equation is very simple, x2 minus x3 equal to 1, and third equation is x3 equal to 1. So by backward substitution we can solve this system of equation, and the solution is x3 equal to 1, which is obvious from third equation, and from second equation we get x2 equal to 2, and from first equation we get the first variable, that means x1, that one is equal to 3. So x1 equal to 3, x2 equal to 2, and x3 equal to 1 is the solution of the given system of equations. Now we consider another method called the Cholesky factorization method. The Cholesky method is used to solve a system of linear equations if the coefficient matrix A is symmetric and positive definite. This method is also known as square root method. In this method, the coefficient matrix A is written as L transpose, where L is the lower triangular matrix, that one is given by equation 8. Also, the matrix A can be written as a product of upper triangular matrix, that means A equal to U transpose, where U is the upper triangular matrix. So using this notation, the equation Ax equal to B becomes L transpose X equal to B. Let L transpose X equal to Z, then equation 10 becomes Lz equal to B. Using forward substitution, one can easily solve the equation 12 to obtain the vector Z, and then by solving the equation 11, that means L transpose X equal to Z, using back substitution we obtain the solution vector X. So we have discussed LU decomposition method to solve a system of linear equations, and this method can be used to find the inverse of a matrix. Now we discuss Gauss elimination method based on LU decomposition method to find the inverse of a matrix, and this is an efficient method to find the inverse of a matrix, and this method takes order of n cube time, where n is the number of rows or number of columns of the given matrix. Now we describe Gauss elimination method to find the inverse of a matrix. To find the inverse of a matrix A, this method is applied to the augmented matrix A B dots I, where I is the unit matrix. This method converts the matrix A, which can be expressed as a product of two matrices. One is lower triangular matrix and another is upper triangular matrix, and the upper triangle matrix U and the unit matrix I to the lower triangular matrix. This lower triangular matrix is the inverse of L. Also we know that A into A inverse equal to I. So A inverse I reduces to L U A inverse, because A is L into U, which is equal to I, that is U A inverse equal to L inverse. The left hand side of the equation 13, that means U A inverse, is a lower triangular matrix. Also the matrices U and L inverse are known. Therefore, by solving the system of equation 13 using substitution, one can easily determine the matrix A inverse. This method is illustrated by consider the following example. Here we consider a matrix A of order 3 by 3, and we apply Gauss elimination method to find the inverse of this matrix. The augmented matrix A B dots I is this one. Note that the first half is the matrix A and second half is the unit matrix of order 3 by 3. Now we apply only the row operations to convert the first part to an upper triangular matrix, and obviously the second part is converted to a lower triangular matrix. The augmented matrix A V dots I is equal to the right hand matrix. This matrix is obtained by elementary row operation R2 prime equal to R2 minus R1 and R3 prime equal to R3 minus 2R1. And secondly, we applied another elementary row operation, that one is R3 prime equal to R3 minus 5 by 4 R2. Note that after this elementary operation, the first half becomes a unit matrix, first half becomes an upper triangular matrix, and second half becomes a lower triangular matrix. Thus, we get U equal to upper triangular matrix. The first row is 1 2 4, second row is 0 minus 4 2, and third row is 0 0 minus 21 by 2. And similarly, we obtain the L inverse equal to 1 0 0, second row is minus 1 0, third row is minus 3 by 4 minus 5 by 4 1. Let A inverse equal to a 3 by 3 matrix whose elements are x11, x12, x13 and so on. Since U L inverse equal to N inverse, therefore, we obtain the following matrix equation. Now, comparing this matrix equation, we get a set of system of linear equations. Comparing first column, we get 3 equations, and comparing the second column, we get another 3 equations, and comparing the third column, we obtain another 3 equations. Note that in each system of equation is a lower triangular system of equations. That means we can solve this system of equation by using backward substitution method. Now, solving all this equation, we get the values of the all unknowns x11, x21, x31 and up to x33 from the above system of equations. Therefore, A inverse equal to 1 by 7 minus 2 by 21, 10 by 21. Second row is 2 by 7 minus 4 by 21 minus 1 by 21, and third row is 1 by 14, 5 by 42 minus 2 by 21. So, this is the final matrix, and this is nothing but the inverse of the given matrix A. In practical situation, we have seen that the size of a matrix is very large, so it is not possible to store the entire matrix into the primary memory of a computer. So, in this case, the given matrix can be decomposed into smaller matrices, and using these smaller matrices, we can find the inverse of a matrix, or we can find the value of a determinant of the matrix. So, the matrix partition method is used for this kind of matrices. So, the matrix partition method is described to find the inverse of a very large matrix. Now, we describe matrix partition method to find the inverse of a large matrix. Suppose the coefficient matrix A be partitioned as A equal to B, C, D, E, where B, C, D, E are the matrices whose size are smaller than the matrix A. The matrices B, C, D are of order L by L, L by M, M by L and M by M respectively, and L plus M equal to N. Let the inverse of A be denoted by A inverse, and it is partitioned as A inverse equal to P, Q, R, S, where P, Q, R, S are also the matrices of lower order, but the order of P, Q, R and S are of same order as of B, C, D and E respectively. Then A inverse equal to the matrix B, C, D, E into the matrix B, P, Q, R, S, and as per definition of inverse, A inverse equal to I. So, the unit matrix I is decomposed into 4 matrices I1, 0, 0, I2, where I1 and I2 are the identity matrices of order L and M respectively, and 0 is the null matrix. So, after multiplication, we obtain the following 4 equations: BP plus CR equal to I1, second equation is BQ plus CS equal to 0, third one is DP plus ER equal to 0, and fourth one is DQ plus ES equal to I2. Now, from the equation BQ plus CS equal to 0, we get Q equal to minus B inverse CS. Our problem is to find the matrices P, Q, R, S. So, here we obtain the matrix Q. Again, DQ equal to minus D B inverse CS. Again, from another equation, the fourth equation, we have DQ plus ES equal to I2. This gives E minus BD inverse C into S equal to I2, or S equal to E minus B inverse D C whole inverse. So, this expression gives the matrix S. Similarly, the other matrices are given by the matrix Q is minus B inverse CS, R is minus SD B inverse, and the matrix P is B inverse minus B inverse CR. Note that we have to determine the inverse of 2 square matrices B and another matrix E minus D B inverse C of order L by L and M by M respectively. That means, to calculate the matrices P, Q, R, S, we have to calculate the inverse of 2 matrices. That is, the inverse of the matrix A of order n by n depends on the inverse of the lower order matrices, and if the matrices B, C, D and E are still large to fit in the primary memory of the computer, then we further partition the matrices B, C, D and E. Now, we consider an example to illustrate the matrix partition method to find the inverse of a matrix. Here we consider a 3 by 3 order matrix. So, we decompose the matrix A as follows. Note that the matrices B, C, D and E are of order 2 by 2, 2 by 1, 1 by 2 and 1 by 1. The matrices B, C, D and E are given by B equal to 1, 2 and 2 minus 1, The matrix C is 3 0 column matrix, D is row matrix 0 2, E is only one element, that one 4. So, all the partition matrices B, C, D and E are available. So, as by definition of the inverse, the matrix P, Q, R, S are to be determined, and these matrices are given by these equations: S equal to E minus D B inverse C whole inverse, R equal to minus S D B inverse, P equal to B inverse minus B inverse C R, and Q equal to minus B inverse C S. Now, by definition, we have B inverse equal to 1 by 5 into a matrix of order 2 by 2, whose first row is 1 2 and second row is 2 minus 1. The matrix E minus D B inverse C is equal to 8 by 5, this is a single element, and the matrix S equal to 5 by 8, this is also a single element, and the matrix R is a row matrix, and the elements of this matrix are minus half and 1 by 4. Finally, the matrix P, which is equal to B inverse minus B inverse CR, after simplification we get the matrix P as a 2 by 2 matrix, whose first row is half and 1 by 4, second row is 1 and minus half, and the matrix Q is a column matrix whose elements are minus 3 by 8 and minus 3 by 4. So, we obtain all the matrices P, Q, R, S of the matrix A inverse, and finally, the inverse of the matrix A is given by this matrix. The first row is half 1 by 4 minus 3 by 8, second row is 1 minus half minus 3 by 4, and third row is minus half 1 by 4 5 by 8. In this module, we have discussed LU decomposition method and Cholesky factorization method to solve a system of linear equations. So, based on the LU decomposition method, Gauss elimination method is described to find the inverse of a matrix. Also, we have described a matrix factorization method to find the inverse of a very large matrix.